105. Nashville, 98 degrees would break a record of 97. And this heat is going to continue. In fact, it's going to work its way eastward as we go through the next several days. Chicago will be close to record-breaking heat on Tuesday with a high of 97 degrees. Minneapolis will likely tie a record. Charlottesville, 93 degrees, close to the record of 96 degrees. So as we go into the middle and end of the week, we are looking for highs to stay well up into the 90s, close to 100 degrees. Eventually, it'll make its way into the Northeast by the time we get to Friday. That's look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Without pants on, no shoes.
Yeah, shorts. He was wearing shorts.
Oh yes, sure.
Yeah, it makes it sound just terrible. How about the weather there, Dilly?
I guess you don't have to wear pants when it's 95 degrees outside, but to each his own. Let's take a look at the storms that I mentioned earlier today. We do have the chance of seeing some very strong storms later on this afternoon. Right now, we have a lot of activity happening across North and South Dakota into Minnesota too. Just to the south of Minneapolis, St. Paul, we do have a lot of that cloud-to-ground lightning as well. So as we go through the day, we are going to see another round of storms develop, possibly including Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, also into Detroit, too. Strong winds in excess of 75 miles per hour. We could see significant damage with storms like that. Hail 1 inch or more in diameter as well, and also some isolated tornadoes. Tomorrow, the best chance of severe storms will be down across Virginia and into North Carolina, where, again, we could see those damaging wind gusts and the large hail. Also, watch out for some quick flooding as we get reports of about 2 to 3 inches of rain likely. A lot of rain, short period of time. That could lead to some urban street flooding as well. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Good morning. A lot of humidity out there, some fog too, especially through northern New Jersey. Some spots less than half a mile, so keep an eye on that. Starting to see that a little bit better through the Hudson Valley, but as you can see, we're pretty socked in here at Coney Island. 70 degrees at Central Park right now. That high humidity, light winds, 85 for this afternoon, so definitely warm and sticky. That humidity comes down.
And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Coming up next, Jurassic World Dominion rolling for you. Let's get weather from Dylan.
Yeah, there are so many chores coming your way, Carson, but I'm so glad you're feeling better. We do have a chance of severe storms today across the northern plains, but especially back through Chicago, Indianapolis, into parts of Ohio, where we could see some damaging winds and also perhaps hail up to 1 inch or more in diameter. So something we will keep a close eye on for this afternoon. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Asking the residents there in Lockford, how is this going to work?
So, Craig, Amazon should be calling residents there this morning, asking if they want to sign up for the company's drone delivery, which is absolutely free, by the way, to Prime customers. So 1 miles away or so, and then like magic, the item should arrive in less than an hour.
Guys? They put a big X in your backyard.
I mean, I'm here for it. Put it on my back patio. Any idea when Amazon gets full approval and there's a real launch?
Yeah, so there's still no strict timeline just yet, but the company all over the country.
Guys, Steve Patterson, thank you.
Would you do it? Would you sign up?
I'd order Amazon anyway every single day.
Why
so
not? Wouldn't you
want to get it to my house?
Wait, what? Why not?
I don't know. I mean, we can get paper towels the next day already.
Paper towels would be too big, but say you needed Motrin for your kid.
Ooh.
Right?
And you could
get it. Just busted a tooth. I didn't have any more Motrin.
Yeah.
So that would have been very convenient if it could just drop it
right at your front door. As long as you don't hear
I'd go like this. I'd be thank you very much. And then we go about our Jetsons day.
Don't you worry sometimes that all this technology, like they're spying
on us? As long as there's no
us.
camera. Well, I guess there would have to be a camera on it.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I don't care. I want my Motrin.
I'm not doing anything they'd want to spy on anyway. So, all right, coming up next, our Consumer Confidential. Vicki Wynn is here with 30.
All right, if you're following along in our Start Today 30-day walking plan, check out Al's Walk and Stroll. He has such fun playlists. This one you can rock out to while you walk.
Head to today.com/health to listen, and don't forget to join our Start Today Facebook group for some community motivation.
By the way, tomorrow here on the third hour of today, we're going to have a lot of fun when the Impractical Jokers stop by Studio 1.
I love them. They're so fun.
Keep your head on a swivel, though.
True. I haven't heard that in a while.
Good head.
Have a great day. We'll see you
I
tomorrow.
love how we're holding sriracha.
I know.
It's worth
Bye.
We are halfway through our Start Today 30-day walking challenge, and yet we just found out Dylan has size 3 feet. Unbelievable.
The smallest feet on a woman you've ever seen.
Almost 65,000 Today Show viewers have joined us on Today.com and our Start Today Facebook group. You can still get in on the fun. All you got to do is scan that QR code by Mr. Melvin there. Today Fitness contributor Stephanie Mansour created this walking plan, and she's here now to show us some ways to step it up even more. Steph, good to see you.
Good
good to see you guys, too.
I might fall over doing these exercises.
I know.
Because my feet are so tight.
6.5.
So we've been walking, but now for the second half, you're going to add some strength training. Why?
Yes, so we're adding strength training here, Al, because I really want to help you walk more efficiently with less pain. I want to help you take longer strides. I want to help you walk faster. And I want to encourage you to build the muscles in the front of the body, the back of the body, and the core so that we feel really supported, we have great posture, and we help reduce pain. So this is how I devised these 6 exercises. No matter what your shoe size is, no matter what your fitness level is, we have got modifications.
All right, let's move.
So the first move is actually we're going to do a knee raise into a backwards lunge. So why a knee raise? Well, we're stretching the hip flexor, but we're also working the hip flexor, which helps when we're taking a step. And then, a little balance there too. And then we're going to step back. Step back, and we're going to lower down into a half lunge or a full backwards lunge. Press down through the front heel to bring the back leg up. Knee balance is up here, and you can hold on to something or your partner next to you for balance.
You've got to be careful with those lunges, right? Because you can mess up your knee if you're doing those improperly.
Exactly, Craig. You want to make sure that front knee does not go past the ankle. So keep that knee nice and straight, 90-degree angle, and you come up. We do 5 on this side, and then we switch to the other side. So we're strengthening the glute of that standing leg as well as the quad, and then again, we're stretching the hip flexor and strengthening the hips. Now, the next moves are actually Pilates inspired. So aside from being a personal trainer, I'm also a certified Pilates and yoga instructor, so I love all these different modalities. We're going to come down onto the ground here and into a bridge position. So what this is doing is we're going to activate the core. So I want you to do, I know.
Mike Pex.
I know, sorry about that. We're going to hurt him even more because we're going to tilt the pelvis. So press that mic pack into the ground. Good, act like you're zipping into a tight pair of pants. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. Bring your heels closer if you can't touch. And then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time into a bridge. Now hold this here if you want to do the modified version. Otherwise, just like you're walking outside, step one foot up and then lower it down. Step the other foot up and lower it down. Good. Great job. Keep going here. I want you to keep those hip bones elevated. Nice job, Al. Good. Relax the shoulders and make sure you're pressing down with flat feet when you lower down, and then rest the feet both on the ground and slowly roll down.
America, we apologize for this view that you're getting right now.
Okay, that's actually pretty high, Craig. You could go less than that. But I know you're an overachiever, so I'm proud of you. Okay, the next move we're going to do is sit up. So that worked the backs of the legs, the glutes, and it also mimicked that walking with the feet. Now we're going to work the obliques, the internal and external to be exact. So we're going to roll down halfway, squeeze those inner thighs together like you're holding something in between your knees. Good, and then we're going to twist towards one side. Good, keep the feet on the ground. Nice. Come to center and then twist to the other side. So you know how you walk and you swing your arms? This is helping you with that core strength, that posture. You could even sit up a little higher there, Elle. Yeah, good. So you just want to go down about a third of the way. Keep those inner thighs together. We don't want to shift the legs here.
We got 30 seconds left.
All right, perfect. So the last exercise we're going to do, slowly come up. We're going to come into a plank position. Now, why a plank? We're going to, okay, got it. Not why a plank position? We're building the muscles of the upper body, and then from the plank, we're lifting the hips up into a downward facing dog to not only strengthen the upper body, but also to stretch the backs of the legs. And then shift forward into the plank again. Good, abs in, lift the butt up, press down through the fingers. Oh my goodness. Good, and then lower down onto your knees and rest. Now, we've got tons of modifications, guys.
This is a walking
We've got tons of modifications over at today.com and also in our Facebook group.
Most exercise
there you go. That was good. Thank you, Stephanie.
But this is all going to help you walk more efficiently and with less pain. So go to our Facebook group, start today, join us. Any questions? I'm your personal trainer in your pocket on Facebook.
Yes.
There
you go.
That was a great little workout.
You're sweating.
Yeah. I was actually doing the workout.
You can find these exercises and more at today.com/health. You need to join our Facebook page. Join us on the Facebook page. Start Today group where Steph is your personal trainer, motivating us every day.
All right, when we come back, they are on-screen best buds. Drier and hotter, yes, for sure. We do have more than 30 million people under heat advisories this morning. Notice it shifted a little farther to the east from where it was yesterday. So we're starting to get some relief in areas like Minnesota, back through the Dakotas as well. It did come with some storms, but now we do have that heat pushing to the east. So here's what's going on. We have a huge ridge in the jet stream. It allows those warmer temperatures to come in from the south, but we also have an area of high pressure. High pressure means sinking air. it traps in the heat. So that's why we're looking at just exceptionally warm temperatures with highs likely to tie or break records as we go through the next several days. All of these areas, Rockford, South Bend, Fort Wayne, Wilmington, into Jackson, Kentucky, that's where we are expecting to tie or break records as we go into this afternoon. Chicago, the record's 101. We'll be close to it with a high of 99. Louisville, 97. Atlanta, 96 degrees. It's humid as well. That makes it feel even warmer. And as we continue into tomorrow, Nashville will likely tie a record with 100 degrees. Atlanta will likely break a record at 100 degrees. The old record is 98, so it is going to stay very hot. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Time to check in with Miss Dylan. What you got?
Well, we have the heat across most of the country where we do have record highs likely through the Midwest, back through the Tennessee River Valley, down south as well. We also have this frontal system, and as that moves into the areas of the western Great Lakes, it'll likely trigger some storms today, so we do have to watch out for some stronger storms, damaging winds, and isolated larger hail today as well. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out.
Time to check in with Miss Dylan. What you got?
Well, we have the heat across most of the country where we do have record highs likely through the Midwest, back through the Tennessee River Valley, down south as well. We also have this frontal system, and as that moves into the areas of the western Great Lakes, it'll likely trigger some storms today, so we do have to watch out for some stronger storms, damaging winds, and isolated larger hail today as well. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Well, we have the heat across most of the country where we do have record highs likely through the Midwest, back through the Tennessee River Valley, down south as well. We also have this frontal system, and as that moves into the areas of the western Great Lakes, it'll likely trigger some storms today, so we do have to watch out for some stronger storms, damaging winds, and isolated large. It's a good time to check in with Miss Dylan. What you got? Well, we have the heat across most of the...
And that's your latest forecast.
All right.
Dylan?
Thanks, Dee. Coming up next, the
heat across a lot of the country. More than 55 million people may experience triple-digit temperatures over the next week. Communities from Minnesota to Florida, everybody's looking for ways to beat the heat. Dylan is tracking it all. So, Dylan, is there any relief in sight? Well, we are going to see some relief in areas like Minnesota, where you did get some storms yesterday that helped to usher in some cooler temperatures. But we've got this area of high pressure. It traps in the heat, a huge ridge in the jet stream, so those southerly winds continue to give us well above average temperatures and likely breaking some records as well, if not at least tying some of those records. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. Chicago, the heat index today, 101 degrees. That's what you need to dress for. Topeka will feel like 106. Louisville will feel like 95. Same up in Cleveland. You want to limit your time outside during that 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. time frame. Also stay in the air conditioning when you can. Drink lots of water, too. Check on the elderly. Check on the pets. This is heat you don't mess around with. It's going to feel very oppressive in Nashville. 102 is your heat index. New Orleans will feel like 103. And then as we continue through the week, we're going to keep those temperatures in Little Rock up near the triple digits. Saturday, we're still looking at highs around 100. Savannah. All right, Dylan, thank you.